Michel Boyer joins me now from Ottawa, following the bouncing ball, really, Michel, in terms of where things are happening here. Let's talk about sort of what unfolded once the House reconvened, of course, for that emergency session.
Nobody is happy right now, especially not Conservatives. They are mad, Angie. My phone has been, I've been getting text messages, phone calls. People are livid. I can't even repeat some of the words that have been texted to me. That is how Conservatives are feeling right now on a number of fronts here. One, they're not happy that the Liberals are putting sort of an omnibus sort of bill, I guess we could say, of measures related to COVID-19. Andrew Scheer saying, listen, this will be passed tonight if what's in that bill is the $82 billion package aimed at helping Canadians and businesses. But there are other powers in there that it would give cabinet. And, you know, the Conservatives are calling this a blank check, which they say they will not support. The NDP also not happy with that. So that's not looking good for the Liberals. Add to the fact here, this is extremely procedural and extremely complicated. But Conservative MP Scott Reid was not asked by the party to be in the House of Commons today. He's allowed to be there, I guess, but he's saying it's illegal that he be asked not to be there. He put up a post on his website saying that he disagrees with something else that the government passed. So no matter what, he is in the House of Commons today to vote against this bill, this COVID-19 relief bill. And what that means is that it won't get unanimous support, which means it can't be passed today, even if it's just the $82 billion package in the legislation. So Tories are livid with Scott Reid. They don't want him there. They say it's holding it up. And meanwhile, all these negotiations are happening behind closed doors between the Liberals and the Conservatives and other parties. It is a mess.
It is a mess, as you say there, Michel. And then in the middle of all of this, millions of Canadians wondering what is going to happen, what kind of support they're going to get, what kind of aid they're going to get. You know, is it going to be bad for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a few months? We don't know. One thing that you and I have talked about over and over again, and we heard that the Prime Minister saying nothing is off the table here, is whether to implement the Federal Emergency Measures Act. You know, where does that stand right now in terms? I mean, so you've got your ear to the ground, Michel. What are you hearing, not just from MPs, but also from premiers as well?
Well, I can tell you that premiers had a conversation with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau last night. It was a teleconference, obviously a lot to do with COVID-19, asking how the provinces are doing, what they need, what their concerns are, coordination. The Prime Minister is saying he emphasized that everybody needs to talk to each other to make sure that everybody has the supplies that they need. They don't want anybody to fall through the cracks in all of this. But right now, the Emergency Measures Act not on the table for the, well, it's on the table. They can use it, but they don't want to use it right now. Ontario and Quebec, as well as a number of other provinces, have already declared a state of emergency. And not all premiers actually agree that the feds should do it. It's not necessary at this point. But of course, you know, these conversations are going to continue.
All right, we'll keep a close eye on things. We know that any new developments, you'll be checking in with us regularly. CTV's Michel Boyer in Ottawa. Appreciate it, Michel.
You bet.